Hi Capricorn, welcome to your mid-month reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of June, as usual, I have a special sales offer available, and for this month it's called Two Sides, One Story. And basically it's a reading that looks upon any given situation, question, concern, relationship situation you might have in mind, and evaluate kind of the pros and cons of being associated with it, the light and shadow archetype and attribute being played out in that same own experience. So if you would like to know more details about that special offer or any other of my services, again, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do that by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So, Capricorn, I do feel like actually this is a very favorable period of time for some of you, emotionally speaking. There might be a lot of happy circumstances, situations, events being manifested that bring joy, that bring just an overall sense of goodness into your life. I feel like for some of you, you have a lot to aspire to, and there's a focus on your emotional aspirations, particularly in terms of family, building a family, or being either building a family or healing family dynamics. It could also be in finding your sense of belonging somewhere else, or being connected with your soul tribe, with people that you feel just a great deal of compatibility with, and that kind of enhance your life and the position you have in your life. I feel like for some of you, if you feel like you haven't found so far the right people, the people that get you, the people that support you, the people where you feel capable of freely loving and receiving love as well in return, that is about to change. The Fool comes in with an omen of change times, different paradigm, different experience, unusual experiences and events. So you might have something during mid-June that awakens you to the new, a new way of doing things, a new trajectory into what you see yourself doing, or even valuing when it comes to your future. Your values might be changing. There might be things that previously were a little bit, confusing or not so defined. I feel like for some of you Capricorns, you're moving away from a period where you were, very blindsided by illusions and easy gratifications, and maybe not really wanting to settle or not really wanting to care that much about how deep and how meaningful experiences should be. So you're moving out of the Seven of Cups, which is still your challenge, which is the fantasy realm, the illusion realms, not having, a clear notion of how we feel, and not wanting many times too, because that is going to force us to see reality that we most of the times don't want to face. For example, as I was saying, if you have been kind of most of your life feeling like emotionally, broken or kind of traumatized, very negatively impacted by family dynamics, you might have been avoiding the need to heal those, or running from, any type of experience where family, scenario of your own could be possible. And those sorts of emotional difficulties or emotional avoidances is what kind of you leaving behind. Your future is different. I feel like your future looks different from the one you thought, you were going to have or work for or create. And it's much more based in connection than anything else. I feel like for some of you that this is not about relationships. There's a sense of spiritual purpose about mid-June as well, where you might just be interested in getting to know, you know, others, their causes, their stories, their problems, their strengths, their potential. I feel like there's just an enormous amount of curiosity when it comes to, you know, what's out there of your known, again, of your known reality, of your known experiences. You want to see what's out there. And perhaps you also might be wanting to be a part of something that you're finding meaningful. You might want to join a group, a cause, something here that feels like places you into, again, this group, this collective energy. It's like not something single-minded or something that is going to be made solely by you. For some of you, there might be a response to something you're not expecting. So some of you Capricorns, you might be dealing with a Scorpio or Scorpio energy, and you might be, again, responding to this Scorpio energy person differently from what you thought you were going to, especially if you have been, again, deceived, or, you know, having lately, you know, a lot of kind of fantasies about this person. I feel like you are going to awaken to just the reality of things, being more objective, but yet not at the cost of your emotions. For other Capricorns, I feel like it's about the cause. So your work, your time, your resources must be invested into something you're reaping benefits from, and benefiting others as well. It can just be, mid-June is not a very individualistic time. So anytime you move into a very individualistic mindset or rule, you might relapse into a Seven of Cups energy, where you just end up moving into easy gratifications, like trying to avoid things, forget things, or just feel things for, you know, what they give you in the moment, but not naturally. Again, it's something that you're doing to avoid looking at the shift, looking at the move, you know, the radical perhaps change that the Fool wants to bring into your life. For some of you, you're advised to pursue the long-term aspiration of happiness you have in mind, whatever that means for you. Don't forget the concept of 2 years from now, where would you like to see yourself? Now, obviously, just because we would like something to be a certain way doesn't mean that happens that way. We have to be open and adapted, you know, and flexible, to changes that might occur out of our control. But still, it's important to look into your future and see, you know, where you're heading, because the steps that you're making now are for that same end goal. So are you aware of your own emotional needs? What do you need to feel happy and satisfied in a long-term perspective? What satisfies you the most? The real thing, the real deal, or the illusion? And some of you have this duality occurring in your mid-June, where you might be tested with this. You might be tested with a situation that plays out the illusion and another that plays out reality. And you might be tested in choice of what you turn away from, of what you don't look to anymore, and in what you invest and where you want to go. You might have a lot of temptations, like a lot of temptations being manifested during this time as well. And again, the Fool is looking away from those temptations. So it's a matter of an opportunity to really look elsewhere elsewhere where more happiness will be a part of the picture, a part of the scenario. So I hope you have a great mid-month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll see each other soon.